No matter Ohio State's hopes in the college football playoff, there's no need for extra motivation today. The OSU seniors are trying to close out their careers with 4 wins over Michigan. Now, the number one complaint about the last week and portions of this season, Ezekiel Elliott not getting enough carries. But today, the Buckeyes fed Zeke 66-yard run in the first quarter, and the fans are loving it. From there, it was J.T. Barrett fighting for the final yards. 7-yard touchdown run. Buckeyes strike first up 7-0. Second quarter at 7-3, and we go back to that Zeke fella. 5 yards to Pater. His score makes it 14-3. Now, Michigan not going quietly. It's 14-10 in the third quarter, but then just perfect pass. Barrett to Jalin Marshall, Middletown native. Oh, man, it doesn't get any better than that as he makes it 21-10. Barrett not doing a whole lot through the air, but he's getting plenty done on the ground. This to make it 28-10, 139 yards rushing for Barrett. But Zeke, he's the guy that fans had their eyes on all day. 214 yards, 2 touchdowns, all on 30 carries, the second most in his career at Ohio State. And then Barrett adds his 4th touchdown, the 3rd of which was rushing. Buckeyes roll late, 42-13. Eric Elkin was in Ann Arbor and has more on the Buckeyes' big win.
Oh, what a difference a week makes. Just 7 days after Ohio State got embarrassed at home by Michigan State, the Buckeyes travel up north to Ann Arbor and embarrass their rivals. Ezekiel Elliott took a lot of flack for the way he handled his post-game press conference just a week ago. Well, he answered the critics with 214 yards and 2 touchdowns in what was a very emotional win for this entire Buckeye team.
I've been very fortunate to be around some big-time games and very blessed, and I from the bottom of my heart, I told those players that might have been the best one I've ever seen. To come back from the kick in the stomach that we took a week ago.
I know when I looked at him, it was just something different in his eyes. Could you tell?
You seen it, like you said, from right when we woke up. Honestly, from last week, just the way we went about this week and his demeanor this week. Everyone on the team, everyone wanted to get out here and dominate. We want to get out here and make up for last weekend.
Now joined by former Buckeye, former Wayne Warrior, Donnie Evans. Donnie, we talked about it in the pregame show, Urban's formula that he has written in his book, E+R = O. Event plus response equals
outcome.
And the outcome pretty darn good for the Buckeyes today.
Very much so. I'm highly impressed with how the Buckeye football team performed this afternoon versus a very good Michigan football team. You know, they were focused, they came out intense, and they attacked every play, and I'm proud of our Buckeyes.
And you could really tell emotionally just how much this meant in that post-game room.
They were very much in it. And you're right, the post-game room with when Coach Urban Meyer spoke along with Ezekiel Elliott and J.T. Barrett and some other football players, Coach Meyer basically said this is probably one of his best wins that he's ever had as a coach. And that's a lot to say because he's won national championships before and he's beat Michigan before. But today was an amazing, amazing victory.
Yeah, obviously, given what they came off of, he called it basically a gut punch against Michigan State. Ezekiel Elliott, there was a lot of attention on him, and rightfully so, in terms of the comments that he made last week and coming into this week. A lot of people attacking his character, saying that he was a selfish player. The first thing he did when he got out to the podium was apologize to all of Ohio State, all of Buckeye Nation, and he did the talking really on the field.
He did. He ran with a purpose today. He ran with rage. I think you and I mentioned that in the pregame show as well, that he has to come out here and run with passion, run with drive, and he did that. He had over 200 yards, a couple of touchdowns. I'm very proud of Ezekiel. And you're right also, Eric. As soon as he came out into the press room, he basically apologized to Buckeye Nation. And he wanted to let everybody know that I love this university. I love my brothers. I love my coaching staff. And he plays day in and day out every play for the greater good of his team. And he also quoted himself, "I'm not selfish, I'm selfless." And I was really impressed by Ezekiel Elliott.
Really impressed by Ezekiel Elliott, really impressed by the Buckeyes. It makes you kind of wonder what the heck happened the rest of the season. They finally put it all together in a 42-13 win against their arch rival on the arch rival's home field. For Donnie Evans, I'm Eric Elkin.